Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Crypto's News. It's me, Omar Bam, aka Crypto, here with an update on what's going on in crypto today to keep you informed. Sorry I left you guys high and dry yesterday. I ran out of time. I was teaching some music lessons and I got home really late. But we're gonna not leave you the same today, because despite the fact that I have very little time, we're gonna go ahead and rush through all these topics to make sure that you're on top of things with me. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off by looking at the prices. We have Bitcoin cryptocurrencies trying to find support right now at these levels. Bitcoin at $96,608.81, up 1.3% on the day. Ethereum is up 1.9%. It's down less over the last 7 days than Bitcoin, down only 0.9% over the last 7 days relative to Bitcoin's 1.1% in the negative. But yeah, it's at $2,714.61. One of the highest climbers here in the top 10. XRP, I'm hearing news about the first ETF for XRP that is launching in Brazil, so that very well could be the news. It is up the most on the week. Really the only coin here in the top 10 till we go way down here. Do we see anything that is up in the green over the last week? It is up 10.1% at $2.73. Overall market caps for the day up 0.3% at $3.315 trillion. And yeah, I love this updated meme right here. Oh man, crypto. But glad you guys are still surviving with me. It can be rough. So Bitcoin is consolidating. There's a chart that Cointelegraph shared. They actually had a bunch of different traders on trying to assess where Bitcoin would be heading, and they're analyzing various pennants and the like. But this one in particular caught my eye. It's talking about the Bollinger Bandwidth. You can see these areas here where the price consolidates, gets tighter, these springs before launching somewhere else. It looks like we're in this kind of situation right now. We have been ranging pretty much between $93,000 and $98,000. When we seem like within the next couple of weeks we're getting ready to break some sort of direction. So of course I advise caution here. We do know that there has been a lot of euphoria recently in the market. I think there's still plenty of room to grow considering the buying, but someone's that's not so much buying what we've been seeing with the prices is Samson Mao. So Samson Mao has concerns about the market being manipulated right now. It's strange, right? We see supposed announcements of Michael Saylor buying billions in Bitcoin every week. We have these institutions announcing huge inflows. We have just so much attention, and still we've been range bound here. So if you look at the price movement, he said we peak and then we stay steady and chop sideways. It's good. You can say it's consolidation, but it just looks very manufactured. I hear this oftentimes in crypto. It's manufactured. So I guess the coming couple of years should prove quite insightful for us as to whether we're going to be primed for Wall Street exploitation in some sort of way right here. Anyway, he said the very tight range in which you're trading just doesn't look natural at all. If Bitcoin's price isn't moving despite institutions and retail buyers accumulating BTC, then someone must be selling. And you've got retail buyers who are dollar cost averaging, right, as well. You guys oftentimes setting up these dollar cost average buys. And because the price is set at the margins, so that means somebody has to be selling. So more and more I'm hearing people just kind of confused about where things are headed. At the same time, we have like a huge number of long positions for Bitcoin still in place here. And I just want to advise risk here. We really don't know where it will break. But I know personally, I always tend to lean to the bullish side. On the shorter term, I think it'll depend. If we do break down, Bitcoin is set to see the next major support level. I'm reading around $72,000. So that could be like a 25% drop that could be coming for Bitcoin. And then I think people would really want to question whether we're still in a bull market for Bitcoin. I think it depends. It remains to be seen. But seeing all this positive news recently just not impacting the price much beyond when Bitcoin broke briefly above about $108,000 recently, it's a sign that things have been maybe too frothy when the good news doesn't do very much anymore. It also tends to happen at the bottom of the bear market as well, where there's so much apathy out there and the good news does nothing for the price. So maybe it's just kind of like that. Maybe this is like the bear of the bull, right? another stop along the way, rather. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Quentin. I appreciate you smashing the like. So crypto underscores commitment to make the U.S. the crypto capital. So apparently Trump is out there at a conference that's taking place right now in Miami, my old hometown. It's the Future Investment Initiative Institute conference, and he said something specifically about crypto, about Bitcoin. He said Bitcoin set multiple all-time high records because everyone knows that I'm committed to make America the crypto capital. So again, just kind of getting behind what he said before about wanting the U.S. to be the crypto capital. And I guess, crypto words coming out of his mouth positively on a day such as today can be seen as a pretty good thing. We want to stay at the forefront of everything. One of them is crypto, and Miami seems to be the center of the action, come to think of it, and maybe it'll stay there. I don't know. I feel like he just kind of says what will make voters happy sometimes too. So anyway, positive words about crypto here in this video as well. Cointelegraph shared a clip from this conference where he had even more to say. Check it out.
Keep the United States at the forefront of artificial intelligence and to end Joe Biden's war on Bitcoin and crypto. We ended that war totally. That war is over. They were very hostile toward them until the very end, just because there's so many people on Bitcoin and crypto that just before the end, the SEC came out and they were being very nice. I was so nice to people because so many people were being indicted for no reason whatsoever. Very political group of people. Let's keep the United States.
I don't know. I think some people probably needed some indictment. I'm thinking along like the FTX scandal. But certainly the SEC has not been the nicest to the crypto world. So somebody should have been nice to us. I guess it was Trump or whatever he's saying. But anyway, yeah, interesting notes there. Yeah, let's continue on here. So FTX announces repayment for May. So this has to do with repayments from the FTX collapse. Speaking of them, it looks like payments just started coming out. They announced on February 18th. So just yesterday, I guess people are due funds within 2 to 3 days after they had filled out all the forms and either registered with Kraken or BitGo. That was going to be the custodian for the FTX collapse funds. They were going to be due out for the regular folks. Folks who had $50,000 and below, basically, claims for that amount were the ones that were scheduled to receive the recent rebates. And in May, it's going to be for those who are due in claims above $50,000. Likely this will include also their trading partners, vendors, and other creditors as well. So apparently the total distribution, I think this is what's causing people to also consider selling, right? It's possible you're trying to lock in some sort of profit. Yeah, Bitcoin was only around $20,000 at the time FTX collapsed, and people are due like 116%, I read back, of what they lost at the time in cash value. Maybe they want to lock some in there. Yeah, I guess that would definitely be some of the selling that we could be seeing out there. But it does seem like, speaking like on this manipulation topic, it could very well be whales that are, we often hear about dormant wallets that are waking up. We hear about Germany announcing selling, right? Like who else is out there selling? There are definitely some deep pockets that are holding a lot of Bitcoin that could sell. It does seem like when we do dip down, these dips have not had as much selling pressure, some traders are noting out there. So this could mean that they're getting exhausted. So this is what could make things bullish, since I really just gave the bearish perspective earlier when I was talking about the price. But yeah, I mean, this is really huge. If this is true, the distribution estimated by the exchange when they did this estimation back in May 2024 was that they were going to give out values ranging between $14.5 billion to $16.3 billion. That's a lot of money. I mean, I doubt all of it is going to be sold, but still, that's still quite a swath if it's sold on just regular exchanges, right? Oh yeah, and then the next amount is going to be in May, as I mentioned. This amount that just is getting distributed is only around $1.2 billion. So it's not like right now we're going to see all of this sell pressure. It'll be really over time as these creditors are due back their funds. Binance US, I originally read that Binance was finally offering services to United States citizens, but no, it's just Binance US, which never had the huge amount of coins that you could find on Binance. So to me, it was just not great. It did require KYC in a time where know your customer information was only then beginning to be forced upon users and registrants of these various exchanges. So Binance US was one of those. They did shut down, but they are going to be rolling back services. They announced as of February 19th, today, 2025, gradually rolling out to all eligible customers. You would get a deposit money using your bank account, buy, sell crypto, whatever's available on there right now, trade more than 10 trading pairs, it looks like. So Bitcoin, Stellar, Doge, Solana, ETH, Cardano, Hedera, HBAR, Sui, Binance Coin, of course, and many more along the way. Maybe with this new administration signaling their support more for this industry, it will make it easier for exchanges like this to offer more services to more coins, so people actually want to use this exchange. That's what made Binance cool in my eye, anyway. I get that. Yeah. I certainly hope so, being a bull myself. And I'm on that side more than 50% for sure, personally, that we are going to be getting a massive unexpected crypto pump in a theater near us. OpenSea has apparently put out a newsletter. So they were like the most popular NFT platform. I don't know if they continue to be. I didn't check today. I believe they are. They recently launched OpenSea 2. So another part of their platform, like some sort of upgrade to it. And along with that, they announced that they are going to be they did tease an upcoming token launch for this C token. They're going to be airdropping that to eligible folks. It looks like they're going to be trying to give that to folks who have engaged, of course, historically with OpenSea, not just people who have recently been interacting with the platform. And the same goes with this XP system that they've put out on OpenSea 2, whereby initially where it rolled out, just by like interacting with OpenSea 2, you were able to get XP. It was deemed unfair by a lot of users, the exchange, where the platform, the NFT platform, then halted this XP while they set it up into future like bundled drops of XP based on how long you buy an NFT and hold it, right, as opposed to just trading against yourself and creating wash trades basically in order to pump up your own XP. But yeah, this would be, I think, highly anticipated airdrop, an actual OpenSea token. So I'll update you guys as I hear more about that news. That'll especially be useful if you guys have been using OpenSea for years, right? Or it might even behoove you to want to start using it right now. Make your own NFT collection, generate it using AI. But then you have to pay all these different fees in order to upload each one. So probably try to keep your collection down to a reasonable amount to avoid huge platform and blockchain fees. But yeah. Anyway, maybe we'll make some money doing that. We want to make ICOs great again. So this is going back to Trump in a sort of way, but really the co-founder of the World Liberty Financial Project, which is supposedly Trump's family's crypto project that has been buying up ETH. We've been talking about it, buying up BTC, Chainlink, Aave, etc. So there was a panel that took place today in Hong Kong at the Consensus Hong Kong conference. And you had the co-founder of WLF, World Liberty Financial, Zach Folkman, sitting down with the likes of Justin Sun of Tron in this panel. And he had some comments as to what he thinks about initial coin offering, something that I want to see. It has actually been moving forward a lot more in the crypto consciousness since I brought it up, I guess like a couple of weeks ago. We want to make ICOs great again, Zach said. He said, talking about how recently what you see a lot in crypto and investment is VCs. So you see these venture capitalists that are able to buy this, but not the average person, right? As we did with ICOs, we could get a share in a project. What they want to do, these VCs, is they want to engineer everything so that they win. And even if it's at the expense of somebody else, that's what's happened for a long time. Our whole thing is like we want to make ICOs great again. Back in the day, ICOs were good. People were able to get involved in projects and everyone had access to the same thing. That's just not what we've seen in the last years. He mentions, where is the quote here? yeah, if you're going to allow a VC to come in and get something that's not available to anybody else, it's almost very anti-crypto, in my opinion. Absolutely goes against the openness of what this is all about, in my opinion. So to hear someone who might be really closely linked to Trump, who is pulling all sorts of crypto levers, seemingly positively in regards to moving forward with openness, open-mindedness, fixing issues at the SEC, ignoring, basically trying to set new frameworks, and so much else. I mean, we constantly are covering out here. I think this would be great to see ICOs have a way for Americans to get into, and I would signal to the rest of the world that it's okay to build your project on the blockchain again. The future of the internet. There's a reason we pretty much call it Web3, right? U.S. crypto investors are still piling into meme coins. So yeah, I just wanted to share this a little bit. So Kraken ran a survey to see what folks are doing in regards to meme coins and holding them. Although I do feel like they're dying away. It looks like 85% of respondents said they were invested in meme coins, and 76% say that they believe the potential reward justifies the risks. I think that makes absolute sense. Most people, I would think automatically, who get into these things are trying to make a quick buck, and they realize that they throw $5 into this meme coin, they might see 1,000x, right? So that is worth more than a cup of coffee at Starbucks to them. I think that makes absolutely sense. But as we get here, it gets weird, right? 44% of crypto holders believe meme coins will improve the credibility of the crypto market. Really? It's going to improve the credibility of the crypto market? That's 44% of crypto holders that were polled, apparently over 800 of them, who have no idea what they're talking about, in my opinion. And 42% said that they expected them to outperform other cryptocurrencies this year. Yeah, I guess like overnight they might outperform and then lose all of it. And if we're going to look at this annually, I highly doubt that anything more than 99% won't fail. Anyways, meme coins, this was the other thing. 29% of meme coin holders said short-term game was the main reason they bought these cryptocurrencies, and then the other 61% are probably liars, and 23% cited diversification as another reason to invest. Diversification. It's not going to, most people when they diversify is usually a more conservative thing. You don't just throw money at the table hoping something wins. That's usually not diversification. I guess you could see it that way, and that's probably their definition of it. But these are probably the same people that think it's going to increase credibility. Maybe by diversifying into meme coins, we're increasing the, I don't know. There's very strange. Anyway, women were more likely to buy these cryptocurrencies, barely. 86% of female crypto holders said they invested in meme coins versus 84% of men. Actually, that's a little bit surprising to me anyway, that there are even that many women getting involved with this. But I guess anybody who wants to make a quick buck, we'll get into it. I don't think that matters with the gender, so kind of irrelevant. Anyway, yeah, this poll actually took place, it looks like, in January 9th, 2025. So maybe it just gives us a historical look at the past of what was in people's brains at the time. And that almost provides more utility to the survey. If we repeated the survey today and had results in like 3 days, I think the results would be widely different than what was happening back then. I do feel like the market is maturing. Back to fundamentals is really what's happening, I feel like. SEC acknowledges 21 shares proposal to permit staking on Ethereum ETF. I believe this was the last video that I made, or the video before that. We talked about how Grayscale, NYSE ARCA, the New York Stock Exchange ARCA that lists Grayscale's ETF for Ethereum, was trying to propose a rule change that would allow them to get staking rewards by staking that ETH that is held by the ETF, getting validation rewards from the network, and then giving that out after some sort of fee to investors. And it's pretty much the same here. What's going on? 21 shares ETF, Ethereum ETF, has submitted a proposal to the ETF to the SEC to permit staking for the ETF. Something that could provide value for these specific Ethereum holders who would like to get a yield beyond just the growth of the price. They could get an actual sort of a dividend, I guess you could call it. Yeah. And I think by allowing these ETFs to get some sort of dividend by staking, it would be a completely different structure than staking natively on the blockchain and getting a reward, and will make it easier, I think, for courts to understand, okay, this is what is a dividend for Ethereum, right? And then this way is not a dividend. It's a reward for putting up funds, staking it, and you could be penalized by slashing and such if you try to cheat the system. So this could lead to education, I think, further if we look a little deeper here. Anyway, I'll finish here because my time, as I mentioned, is limited. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. EI, Romanian Pitbull. I hope I said that right. It's probably AI, right? Smart. AI. And Romanian Pitbull, Quinton, as always. Thank you guys for making it out. Anybody else who watches the show, appreciate it if you guys would hit that like, subscribe if you're new, and make sure you hit that notification bell icon so you can join us when we are live. Take care, guys. Much love and stay cryptic. Peace.